Hi everyone, welcome back on Study Room. So we have covered all the concepts of our chapter climate. We have discussed the question answers as well. It's time to quickly revise and have a brief about chapter. Okay, so we'll find out what important things we have studied in the chapter and we'll revise the chapter. Okay, let's start. First thing is the word climate. For to understand climate, we have to understand weather first. Weather is simply a state of atmosphere at a point. Okay, for example, if I ask you to go out and check the weather um, of the day, so you will open your windows and you will see whether it's sunny, it's rainy, it's cloudy. Okay, so that is a weather. Now, it's a state of atmosphere at one particular time. Now, climate is the sum of total weather conditions, okay, sum of total weather conditions and variation over a long period of time, okay. So, the variation which are happening in the environment, in the atmosphere for a long period, we refer to it as climate, okay. So, for example, during June to September, it usually rains, right? So the weather is rainy, and the climate is the rainy season. Okay, so this is the major difference and definition of weather and climate. Now, what are the factors that control climate? So, majorly there are 6 factors which control climate. These are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from sea, ocean currents and relief features. Okay, so there are 6 factors who control the climate. Next, we'll understand about Coriolis Force. So, Coriolis Force is very simple to understand. Coriolis Force is basically, this is not a very beautiful earth, I know, bear with me or I'll try again. Just a minute. Yes, so basically Coriolis Force is the force used, yeah, somewhere better but not up to the mark. So, Coriolis Force is the force that is caused by Earth rotation. Okay, so whenever Earth rotates, there is a force that is exerted, and what it causes winds to deflect in the right direction in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so it causes winds in the northern hemisphere to dilect towards the right direction, and in left direction in the southern hemisphere. Okay, this is why this is because of the Earth rotation. The force which which changes the direction of the wind is called Coriolis force. Simple. Next is now the change in the pressure condition. If the wind is changing, the pressure condition is also changing, right? If this is the low belt, okay, this belt is also changing. So the pressure which is changing, conditions that are connected to El Nino, or we call it as southern oscillation. Okay, southern oscillation means the pressure condition that are constantly changing. Okay, so likewise, there are many belts that have been formed due to the pressure. So some belts are high pressure, these are high pressure belts, then low pressure belts. Okay, so these condition of making this particular belt, okay, or the condition where pressure is exerted in wind, it's called southern oscillation. Okay, what happens to because of these pressure, the direction of winds changes. Okay, for example, as we have studied due to the Coriolis force. Okay, now we have 4 seasons in India. We have winters, cold, summer, hot summers, advancing monsoon when monsoon has just started. Okay, so it is on the first week of June. Okay, first week of June and majorly in July. I'm sorry, yes, July. Okay, so it's in June and July. It also changes. It also leads to various variations in the monsoon. Next is retreating monsoon. Retreating monsoon is withdrawal of monsoon. Okay, withdrawal means that by the time monsoon is just on the verge of saying bye bye to our country. Okay, but before going they do a very heavy rainfall in the western region. Okay. Next is now Indian monsoon are characterized by breaks. Okay, breaks are the intervals that that the rain take due to the change in the low pressure area. Okay, so as we know that low pressure is constantly changing. So what happened because of the low pressure? Let's understand this a little more. Um, so because of this low pressure area that keeps on changing, the breaks are very bound to happen in our country. Okay, breaks are the intervals that are being taken between dry and wet period. Okay. Next, retreat of monsoon. Retreating of monsoon means when the monsoon withdrawal is happening, monsoon, we are saying almost on the verge of saying bye bye to the monsoon. So, retreat of monsoon is characterized by tropical cyclones which usually affect eastern coast areas. Okay, so it affects the eastern coast areas due to the cyclones that are that prevails around that area. Okay, so that's why retreat of monsoon, whenever monsoon go, it for once it gives heavy rainfall, heavy precipitation before leaving. Okay. So yes, these were the major points that we have discussed. I hope that you understand the chapter. It is not very difficult, but it's just the play of diagrams that you can do to understand it a bit more. All right. So thank you so much for learning the lesson with me, and I hope it was useful for you. Bye. Take care. I will connect with you all soon with the next chapter. Bye bye.